self-government, the right to self-determination. Those causes are right in any society. We said that a constitution would provide a framework on which our people could build their future. Now, this constitution is not building a framework. It is building a barrier to make sure that the Aboriginal people of this country are left out on the outside and are going to continue to be colonized from here on. And that I will not stand back and see happen. If I'm not back at these meetings, I will be back on the street level helping people to organize and put some pressure on the governments where it belongs. And there'll be more radical leaders at this meeting than I am. And I'm disappointed that some of the premiers who made a stand, and I have to say they made a stand against us, for reasons that I consider were invalid. Premier van der Zalm, you pointed out to us that you came from Holland in 1949. And you said that you met Indian and Native troops from Canada who went into your country and died for your country and for your people. We have them buried all over Europe and Asia. And they went out to die for this country, even though they weren't even recognized when they stepped off the train to come home to this country. And it's a shame when you can come here and in a few years become the premier of one of the largest provinces in Canada, and that you will not recognize the rights of our people here in this country. Mr. Devine, I have a few words to say to you. You talked about Saskatchewan and about the $1 million a day that you spend on Aboriginal people in Saskatchewan. That's $365 million a year. You are saying that the farmers in Saskatchewan are going to earn half that amount next year. But at the same time, you came to the Prime Minister here and he bought an election for you for $1 billion. I'm disappointed as well that you would say to us that the people of Saskatchewan are against you making a deal. I have here town councils, including the city of Regina and the city of Moose Jaw, your largest city in the province, supporting our right to self-government and our right to land. And people from the north, and the churches, and the unions. And I think it's unfair to you to accuse all of Saskatchewan of racism when you're advancing it at this table. There are some people out there who are genuine, want to make a deal, and want to see our people take their place in society. It is unfair for the treatment for our people. I've worked hard over the years to bring justice to my people, to sit down with governments and make deals. I've pounded on doors. I've had many guys say no. I've had troubles meeting with the Prime Minister and the Premiers, and yet we've struggled hard to try to make a deal. We kept our end of the bargain, and we struggled with our Aboriginal brothers in fighting what should go on the table. But one thing I want to say when we leave this meeting, I'm glad to see that we stuck together on a right that is truly right for our people, and right for all of Canada, and right within international law throughout the world, based on human rights alone.
Jim Sinclair, Métis from Saskatchewan.
Because we were half-breeds, we grew up on, in the outskirts of this small town. We couldn't go to school really because we didn't pay taxes. So we didn't get any services from anyone, so we just had to go on our own, and it was tough times.
Our whole struggle has been based around freedom.
Jim Sinclair faced racism all his life. He became an alcoholic by 17. While battling his addictions, he kept thinking about his grandmother's vision, a dream that saw Jim transform his people's plight into basic human rights.
I think my drive has always been for freedom. Fighting for freedom, liberation, that was important to me, and how do we get there? We became fairly militant, myself and others, and we learned, I think, from the United States where the Black Power movement was beginning to happen in the 60s. And we had started what we call the Red Power movement here.
Jim's tactics put him at odds with both his own people and the governments he opposed. By going door to door in each community, Jim discovered that his childhood discrimination was happening to everyone. Then discussions began around amending the Canadian Constitution.
And that's when I thought that maybe we could do something for the half-breeds. And so we worked to try to see if we could get ourselves recognized. And when we got to know that we had that kind of power and we knew how to use it, it was a great accomplishment for the people.
Jim's achievements have earned him respect the world over. He is considered a friend by many prime ministers and other world leaders. Jim has come far, but his commitment to human rights continues.
And until all those people have the rightful place in Canada, who they are and their own identity, that'll still be my struggle.
We have the right to self-government, to self-determination of the land. Don't worry, Mr. Prime Minister and Premiers of the province. I may be gone, but our people will be back. I may be gone, but our people will be back.